Welcome to tonight's 5 on 5. The guest is Craig Howard, head coach of the Southern Oregon University Raiders football team. Thank you very much for joining me.
You bet. Thanks for having us on the show.
Well, we got Super Bowl weekend. We'll get to the Super Bowl, but it's time to talk some football. Also, it was National Signing Day Wednesday. You guys had a great day bringing in some good recruits.
Well, we're excited because we are bringing in some really top-notch talent to Southern Oregon University, some great student athletes, some from the state of Oregon, some from Washington, some from California. Good balance between offensive and defensive linemen and skilled kids.
Talk about some of the local kids from right here in the Rogue Valley and around, just a lot of good players that you guys were able to grab.
Well, Joe, it's really important that we bring in the top local talent to build a regional fan base for the Raiders. And we're really excited this year in that Matt Retzloff, the player of the year in the Southern Oregon Conference, has decided to become a Raider. You know, I watched him play 3 times, and you've seen him play, and you know what kind of skill set he brings to the game. He's an exciting football player. He's a great person. You know, his brother is in our program, so we'll have 2 brothers playing in our program, keeping that family approach that we love to have. But Matt Retzloff is going to be a dynamic player for the Raiders. And we also signed 3 linemen from the area. Doug Francis out of Rogue River. He was recruited by the Ducks and Boise State as a junior.
Wow. And
he's a fine-looking young lineman. Dylan Henke from North Medford. And just yesterday, Jimmy Diddy inked his letter of intent and joined the Raiders. So he was another guy that was a 2-way player for Bill Singler's South Medford squad, and he'll play center or nose guard for us. So really tickled that we've got these great local players that are going to sign up. We put RV on the back of our helmet for a reason. We're the Rogue Valley team, not just Ashland.
And next season, talk about the excitement going into next season, building off, winning all the home games. You're headed towards a new conference. Talk about that.
Well, we're excited. You know, our president, athletic director, Matt Sayer, and our program is headed into the Frontier Conference for the first time. We've been independent for 20 years, and now we're going to be in a great conference. The top dog in that conference is Carroll College. They've been in 8 national championships in the last 10 years. So Eastern Oregon's also in our conference, so that'll be a little Civil War game. And playing in the Frontier Conference gives us a chance to lay a groundwork to win a national championship right in Ashland.
And just a lot of momentum building in the Southern Oregon University. You've tried to bring back that Red Raider attitude in the fans. Right. Did you expect this after year 1, the excitement and everything kind of growing as it is? Well,
I really believe Southern Oregon has great potential. They win in all sports, you know, and it's a fine school. And building a football program is the missing link to having a total athletic department, you know. And so, you know, with these 33 recruits coming in, with the 89 returning players we think our future is bright, you know, and I'm excited about the quality of the players, the excitement they'll bring to the gridiron on a Saturday afternoon in Ashland.
All right, we'll talk a little pro football with you here in just a moment, so stick around. More 5 on 5 right after the break. Welcome back to the 5 on 5. The guest is Craig Howard, head football coach at Southern Oregon University. Thank you for joining me. If people have turned on ESPN recently, they might have seen you on TV and seen you coaching one Tim Tebow in high school, winning a state championship in Florida. I know you've talked about it a lot, but it's especially relevant now with what a great season he had. How's it been to watch him play?
Well, he's the greatest football player I've ever coached in my life, and of course we won the state championship in Florida with him being our quarterback. And you know, he was such a hard worker, such a leader. You know, I knew he was going to have success in Florida, and I visualized that he would have great success in the NFL, even though a lot of people doubted him. And what a magic season they had this year, winning 6 in a row, getting into the playoffs, and they eventually lost to the New England Patriots, which is in the Super Bowl. So, you know, Timmy is a great young quarterback. He's got a brilliant career ahead of him. And, you know, he's a great Christian guy. His mom and dad were missionaries in the Philippines, and Timmy was actually born in the Philippines. And so, you know, he's just a Christian warrior out there battling every Sunday afternoon. And despite the critics, he seems to do all right.
I was just going to ask, how neat would it be for him in the future to get a stage like the Super Bowl to showcase someone who's a great human being, and as you mentioned, just to have him on that stage? How great would that be to watch him in a Super Bowl?
Well, you know, he wasn't that far away from it this year with a few things going here right in the New England Patriot game. That Pittsburgh Steelers game and that overtime win was thrilling. But, you know, that's his goal and his dream. He wants to be a Super Bowl quarterback. From the time I met him, I knew that that's what he was destined to become.
Have you talked to him, or do you have your picks in about who's going to win this Sunday, the Super Bowl?
Well, I know Timmy's in Indianapolis, and he's there at the game. And, you know, it's going to be a great football game. You know, it's right here on our local station here. Mm-hmm. And I think, again, it's hard to pick against Tom Brady, but those New York Giants and their defense and their pass rush, I think the key will be first down, what the New England Patriots do on first down. You know, whether they're able to not allow to get into second and third and long so that the New York Giants can put a blistering pass rush on Tom Brady. But you got to believe that Tom Brady and Eli Manning are two of the great quarterbacks in the game. But Tom Brady's got something up his sleeve. He wants to win another one.
That's 3:20 right here on NBC5. Quickly before I let you go, spring game, is there something fans can come out and watch this spring for football as you get going?
Yeah, we're right around the corner. You know, spring football starts in April, and we'll have our Southern Oregon Traveling Road Show, where we'll have spring scrimmages in Grants Pass, Medford, and maybe in Klamath Falls this year. So we love to scrimmage on Saturdays and bring our local fans out and watch our boys develop in spring football. So it'll be right around the corner in April.
Looking forward to it, Coach. Thanks for
having
joining
us
me.
on.
Appreciate it.
All right.
All right, that's it for the 5 on 5. More right after the break.